Hey, what's up, guys? It's day 29. Let's jump into it.
Hey, Savages, day 29, guys. We are pushing so hard to get this finished up. We only have 2 more days. I have been calling people like crazy, trying to get some things locked in and just doing as much follow up as I possibly can. I've been on a bunch of calls. I had a really good meeting with somebody that introduced just kind of a referral that is going to actually lead to a lot of really, really big things. So even though we might not close out at a whole bunch more for the 30 days, guys, just remember we have made some leaps and bounds to where we started. Okay. Remember, we just started this a short time ago, is not very long ago, and we've made some huge strides. Like, obviously, I'm going back and doing all of my page interaction with all the different businesses. I'm doing my posting. We're starting to get more traction. We're getting in more DMs. Like, even probably one of my favorite ones right now. Let's see here, Thomas. Oh, you can't see that. Let me move over just a little. Let me move over here. Thomas, this is dude, I actually talked to this guy like years ago about something, right? Which is funny, but he asked about some different stuff like with tech and SaaS business and all that stuff. That's not necessarily going to be an agency client, but just know that you guys just never know when your reach is going to work. So again, we are constantly just, it's a madhouse right now, guys. We are getting after it when it comes to acquiring clients. So many things in the pipeline. I've probably made close to 40 phone calls today of different people, referrals, all that stuff, and then also just tons and tons of follow up with the people. We even have some of the testimonials scheduled for this week. That way, we're going to get those on the site. We're going to be popping off the ads. So again, if we don't make it, if we don't hit our goal, right, or come close to it, it's okay. What we have right now, what we have in the pipeline is just massive. It's going to change everything. So you guys just know that doing just a few little things, man, every single day, every single day, every single day. It doesn't matter if it's the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It doesn't matter. Kids' birthday party. It doesn't matter. We don't have any kids, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, dude, there were some big commitments that we had made during this challenge. You guys, I moved in the middle of this thing, completely moved in the middle of this thing. That means we had packed a truck. We drove halfway across the country from Oklahoma to Arizona and unloaded, and have been slowly getting everything unpacked, which is, it's just kind of a day-to-day work, just a little bit on that. But besides all that crap, the point is guys, we've made some leaps and bounds, and I'm just fired up to see like really what we're going to do over the next period of time. Like, we're going to try to close this thing out as strong as possible and show you guys what we can do. But, don't get discouraged. As you can tell, guys, I'm not discouraged. It doesn't matter. I just know that it's changed everything. And guys, we're showing you just some super simple stuff, like, obviously use how to use the programs, which are really, really important, on how to, use Facebook groups to grow your business, right? We've gained, 40 followers on my personal Facebook. And, as you guys can see, I always have this thing set up exactly like, hey, Savage Systems, helping business grow with systems built to scale, right? That is the most important part. That's what we're going after. You guys want to make sure, I've told you guys this for weeks, set your Facebook up just like something like this. That way people know who you are when they come and know what you're talking about when they come to your site. So again, guys, we're going to finish this thing just super strong. I'll see what we can come up with here in the next few hours before we wrap up this video for day 29. So we'll see you guys soon.
Hey, what's up, guys? Day 29 here. From my side, we're just still working on this build out for this customer that came in last week, and been having some issues today. What we've been running into is the platform that we're building out this system on has been having some issues for whatever reason today. So we've been having to work through that to basically get it back up and running. So then that way we can finish the build out. So those are just some things that I'm dealing with from my side here today. And then of course, TJ is going to be working on a new plan that we came up with here the other night for ads. So he's working on that here as well, and we're just going to keep pushing forward. So our goal is to get this customer done here in the next 2 days so that their stuff is built out and launched. And then TJ's going to get these ads recorded so that we can, some new ones that we came up with a new idea other than reviews. And so going to get that recorded and moving forward as well, so that way we can start running some ads and have a couple things we're split testing. So other than that, guys, that's day 29 for me.
All right, guys, finishing up day 29. It's crazy. I've done tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of follow up. As you guys know, is like we didn't have a whole bunch of action during the weekend. Everybody's like, "Hey, hit me up next week. Hit me up next week." They don't know we're doing this 30-day challenge thing, okay? But I'm pressing to try to get them to schedule meetings as fast as we can. We even have some, all the Facebook posting, all this stuff, guys, has got a lot of people in the pipeline, and we have even a lot of people that are in line for the testimonial stuff, which is just taking a little bit of time to get all that. It's not a big deal. It's part of the game. I just want you guys to look at this and say, man, what have you guys done in 20 days? We've done a lot. And I think for sure we're definitely going to drop a video probably 30 days later just to show you guys like what we've accomplished with building all the momentum, posting in the different groups and just building relationships. We've had tons and tons of DMs, probably, upwards of 50 or 60 DMs, probably even more than that. And, some of it's led to business, some of it's been referrals. Like there's just so much in the pipeline right now. And, some of them bigger deals, even some of them like really small deals, but it doesn't matter. Like everybody needs help. And man, I'm just excited that we've done so much in a very short period of time.
Hmm. Yeah, and I know we probably sound like broken record too, follow up, follow up, follow up over the last few days. And that's okay because really that is part of the game as well. And if you don't continue to do that, then like what you're seeing with what TJ's doing is that none of these deals would end up coming through or closing at all. And we have an internal process document for like especially for warm leads that come from whether it's ads or it comes from like a website form fill or even just follow up for like conversations and connections that we built, online and whatnot. And I know TJ is probably going to end up doing another video, like a video specifically on the follow up internal follow up process that we have and that we use. And when he does that, we'll end up linking that here to this video at the bottom or something in the description or at the end of the video. Once he has that recorded, and then we'll give you guys our internal process and like the format of what we go through in terms of like the frequencies and why we do the things that we do, right? But it's really important that you do that follow up because otherwise, we wouldn't have appointments that are going to be coming up next week, this week, the week after, a few weeks later, because just things happen. People get busy. They're ready to move forward, and then all of a sudden something happens in life or their business, and now they gotta push back. And so those follow-ups are just so important. And here's the thing, like they may ask for TJ to follow up in, 2, 3 weeks. TJ is going to follow up with them. And then when they don't respond, they go right back into the sequence of our follow-up of like, all right, well, you're getting, you're getting hammered with follow-ups again, until we talk again. So it is a vital part. And you guys are seeing as we're going through this, just like why that follow-up and how that follow-up is actually landing, the clients that we have so far and some of the ones that are going to be coming through now, whether they come through here in this 30-day challenge or not, they will come through because it's just stacking right now. And eventually just a floodgate will bust open, and that's just part of the process too. Sometimes we overestimate what we can accomplish in the short term, in this case 30 days, but we highly underestimate what we can accomplish in the long term. And, especially in 12 months, you can do a lot in 12 months as long as you stay consistent. And that's important. That's the whole part of another big reason of why we're doing this 30-day series is to show you guys the consistency and discipline that it takes. And yes, do we have the resources and funds that we could have tossed at this and we could have, grown like that? Absolutely. But our point of this whole series has been to show you what does it look like when you have a ton of other things going on in life, when you have maybe no money to put into it, and so you're forced to put your time into it and your effort. And that's what our goal here was to show you is like what we've done with our other companies to grow them from the ground up with not a lot of money to invest in it or no money to invest in it, and just strictly time, energy, and effort. And that's really what ultimately we've been working to show you guys here. And that's what we're doing. Grant, in It took us 26 days to make a little over $1,500. It's fantastic, right? And I think I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, TJ showed you how we built out, an ad, and we're gonna be launching that ad here real soon too. It may not start necessarily right here during our 30-day challenge because we literally have 1 day left, but we have that built out, ready to go, and that's where we're gonna start allocating some of the funds that we have that have come in. So, and that's just gonna help speed up growth. So, good time.
Definitely. Dude, there's lots going on. It's I always want you guys, I know we've talked about follow, but I want you guys to think about that time where either somebody followed up with you several times, you got showed an ad several times, or you got this, a similar email over and over, and then you finally ended up pulling the trigger. That's why, that's why follow up is so daggum important, because it's not a matter of if, like, people can say stop, or people can say, hey, I don't want to do it anymore, or anything like that. But if they're not doing that, we're going after them. And they're interested. We put out some really good value posts in the Facebook groups and kind of cultivated some brand new relationships. And that's not only testimonials, the review system, and all that, guys, is just going to really, really gain some momentum, especially when referral time comes and things like that. So just know that, whatever you have in the pipeline right now is not what you can have in the pipeline in 3 or 4 days, right? It can totally, totally change. And especially now that we have so much in there, but we're getting new stuff. I mean, we just had some new stuff today, which is huge. Like we had, I had a call today, which was really, really good. I got that one from a lot of follow-up, dude. That was a lot of follow-up. And he's like, man, I'm so glad I talked to you. I'm so glad we finally got to link up. And I was like, me too, man. It only took me like 5 or 6 tries. I even got ghosted on a DM from him. And then I finally hit him back again. And he was like, yeah, let's set it up for, this next week. And so that finally happened, which is going to be, it's just a foot in the door. And just remember, we're starting, even some of these clients have nothing to do with the Google reviews, but they're finding out what we're doing. We're getting on a discovery call, and it's leading to other things. This is, just know that, you start with something small, just a conversation. Then you ask a couple different questions, and then that can lead to other, like, large thing items. And guys, it's not all about the money. It's like, I know I'm sitting here saying large ticket and all that jazz. It really boils down to, like, how much help do they need?
Right.
The conversation that I had earlier today was like, dude, it's me and one other person, and we're so unorganized. Like, we have Google Sheets and we just do emails, and that's it. And I was like, holy cow, brother. Yeah, we can definitely help with that. Get you way more organized to where you can focus on doing other things for his business, right? Which that's really what it is. Like, that's really what a lot of our systems are. It's like, hey, how can we take a little bit of that workload? That way you can focus on your business, like doing your actual business, whatever it is. And so, it's not just about the money. It's like, dude, we're actually helping these people create something better to where they can do their business better and create more money.
Yep. And when you look at it from that way, and you're looking at how can I solve their problem, and then what they pay to solve that problem, right? Because ultimately you get paid to solve problems. That's realistically what it is, and that's just ultimately what our goal is with what we're doing. And that's why we got people coming in, because they got problems, and we're going to go fix them, and they're going to pay us for them, and then they're going to be super happy too. Our goal is to make sure that what we build for them, of course, is a quality service, quality experience. So then that way they go tell their friends or other people they know that own businesses. Because then once that's done, the next step is now referrals. Who can do you have anyone else that that we could go serve and help as well?
Yeah, guys. I mean, even with our simple review system, what do we look at the numbers today? We have one client that's in the middle of getting using our review system. What are they up to right now?
Yeah, there's 16 reviews.
16
5-star reviews that have come in.
Guys, on a full brand. It's their Google business was there. They just didn't know how to use they didn't know how to leverage that to get
Mhm.
reviews and do all that stuff. And so just by showing that, guys, that's just going to be a testimonial. Now, obviously that's going to lead to some more stuff. And unfortunately I tried to get that meeting like today or tomorrow, but it's going to be the next day right
Yeah.
outside our 30 days, but that's okay. Like, of course, guys, we're going to show you, you know, probably a 30 days post challenge to see kind of
Mhm.
where we're at. And it's going to be really exciting to just share where we're at because dude, it's not going to stop, guys. Everything that we're still continuing to do, we're going to continue to do that a lot. So we're going to continue to do the pipeline. So I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but it's so true. You have to be prospecting every single day for your business. I do not care where you're at. Meaning, if you're wanting to grow your business, right?
Mhm.
You have to be prospecting every day. I remember early on in my high level journey, got caught up with like a little bit of prospecting that I have to fulfill. And then, you know, and then I wasn't prospecting, then I have to kind of restart everything to get that. And so by showing you guys like what we're doing every day, even though we're having to, you know, we're doing a little bit of fulfillment, we're going to have to start doing a lot more. But dude, it's still not going to be, it's going to be a non-negotiable. We have to do these things every single day if we want to continue to fill that pipeline full.
Yep. Yep. So we're almost done with the series. Day 29 is done. Day 30 tomorrow. Last
See
day.
you guys tomorrow, last day. We're going to try to pack it out, man. Let's go, baby.
All right. See you guys.
All right. See y'all tomorrow.